Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick video because I think it's important we go over some details. For those of you that maybe haven't seen it yet, I announced two new segments on the channel last night. One was the Compounding Crew and one was the $1 Million Portfolio. Shortly after announcing that, you guys reacted in force. Honestly, it was humbling that 101 of you joined that group so quickly. It was the first thing that I've done in a couple of years now where I put together and was really proud of it and thought, you know what, I hope people like this. My goal was to try and get 10 people in the first week. And that might seem, I don't know, low to you guys or whatever, but that was it. And 100 of you joined. 101 of you joined. So first of all, thank you. However, shortly after that video was updated, I received a couple of messages. From what I'm aware of, people that don't follow the channel, they're not subscribers. I don't know though. Those people essentially said to me that they believed that I was duping or conning you guys out of your money and that my intentions weren't entirely clear in that video. And I've gone through the full range of emotions since kind of reading that message and trying to process it. And although I didn't respond rudely, I probably could have responded better. I was obviously upset and thinking, this is something that I've worked on for weeks. This is something I love. How dare you make it seem like I'm conning people? But then as time went on, I kind of sat down and I spoke to some people around me and I kind of went over this multiple ways with them, trying to kind of, trying to separate my opinion from what the perception of that video may have been. I've watched that video, I don't know how many times since, and I've come to the conclusion that although what they said to me in their message was absolutely incorrect, and I don't believe anyone could have interpreted it that way, there are a couple of things that I want to clear up, and there are a couple of things that I want to make sure everybody is aware of. So firstly, this idea has been floating around for months, but in practice has been floating around for about 3 weeks now. And when I say in practice, designs were coming together, the ideas, the content, the structure, the troubleshooting of how I was putting it together, things like that. It was probably about 3 or 4 weeks now. I've been actively working on this. Through that time, I have sought legal advice. I've spoken to ASIC. I've scoured the ASIC website, going through everything I could. Because although I did that before I started the channel, this was a whole different beast. And I wanted to make sure that I wasn't doing anything I shouldn't have been, and that I didn't require a financial services license to do what I was doing. And the result of those inquiries were no, I don't. Although it's a very fine line in the place that we sit here on YouTube in general. No, I don't require one. However, and actually there were benefits to not requiring one, which is why I don't have one. However, there are some things that maybe blur the lines there. Excuse me. And I think that it's worth clearing them up in this video. The first one is the Patreon page, where you guys can donate to support the channel and then receive certain perks from that. I was under the impression that everybody would have realized that those perks were just bonuses. They weren't a financial product or an offering from me. However, there is one part of that offering that this morning I've spoken to people about, lawyers about, and realized that I might be bordering on providing a service. I am not in their eyes, but I could be bordering on it. And that is the buy, hold, sell series that I was going to put out weekly in that group. The one line of legislation with the Financial Services Act, or at least I think it's called the Financial Services Act, is that you can't provide a recommendation to a financial product, essentially, or a financial, service or anything like that. And although I'm not providing recommendations, it can be misinterpreted, and I don't want that to be the case. Now, it's such a fine line here, like I said, because we we go on YouTube. There are so many of us, on YouTube right now that are making videos the exact same way I'm making them. If not, some people are pushing the envelope even more. And I think, it's worth noting that all of us, for the most part, fall in this sort of media type exclusion of providing information and facts towards things and our opinions or reporting on information. We're not giving advice. And that's crystal clear. I mean, there was a poster here on the wall behind me that said it, and that poster is going to go back up here. If we get through all of this, that poster is going to go back up here. However, it's a fine line, and the compounding crew needs to change short term. So the first thing I'm going to be doing, which is gut wrenching to me, it hurts, but the first thing I'm going to be doing is removing all of the perks from the compounding crew, and there's a reason for this. If you have come across and signed up, I need those people to understand that it means the world to me, and it has to be a donation. It can't be an offering. And those perks weren't offerings, but it can't be an offering. So the first thing I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to remove all the perks from the Patreon page for now. I promise you, I'm working tirelessly to add back ones that are going to be meaningful and will be beneficial to the people that choose to go to the next step and support me on Patreon. However, I need to make sure that I'm doing the right thing here, and I'm doing the right thing by you guys. So first step is all the perks are going to be removed. Now, obviously, that means that if you don't want to donate to this channel just off your back to support the channel, which is fine, you believe that you were in there for those perks only, then send me a message on Patreon, and I will refund your money whole. No problems. You'll get it all back. It'll be back today, or whenever you message me. I will message you all individually saying this. You will all get a message from me today, individually, on Patreon, running down what's going to happen. However, for those of you that were thinking of joining, right now, if you join the compounding crew, it is solely to support the channel. That's it. You are deciding that you want to support me in this venture in creating something for the future on this channel. That's it. Which then leads me to the $1 million portfolio. And this is another thing that person said in their message to me, which is you are making people think that they have ownership over this portfolio, that they are part of this portfolio. And they are not. You donating to me on Patreon and supporting the channel is not you buying part of the portfolio. Those funds go from Patreon to me. I pay tax on them, and then I decide what I'm going to do with them. And yes, in my video last night, I told you what I was going to do with them, but that was my choice. That was something I decided to do. It wasn't a quid pro quo where you do something, you get this. It was, I'm doing this because people, because people are supporting the channel. I'm gonna give my money to the portfolio because people are supporting the channel. And I didn't have to do that. And I did it because this channel has never been about me gaining personal income from it. At least right now, anyway, that's not the goal here. I've got a job, I've got an income, I'm fine. I don't need it right now. But I need to make sure that the water's not sort of muddied there. The money was going from me, I was going to pay tax on it, and then I was choosing to put it into that portfolio. However, that's not the case now for anyone that wants a refund. Now, that also is not changing. You will get no benefits right now from being a patron. That will change. I will be adding things in. But if you decide to stay, I will still be putting that money in the portfolio, but that's my choice. I'm deciding to do that. It's not a reward for you or partial ownership over the portfolio. The second thing is that that portfolio is 100% mine. And that's not like, oh, give it to me, it's mine. It has to be mine. If it's not mine, it's a product. It's an offering. It's essentially a managed investment scheme. And that's not the case. This is not any form of managed investment scheme or anything along those lines. This is a guy on YouTube that asked if you'd like to support and is also making a portfolio. But keep in mind that although those donations are incredible, you have no idea how much it means. I've recorded this video twice, and the 2 previous times I literally was crying when talking about the people that came across and joined me on Patreon. It means the world, and I can't explain it. I don't want to explain it because I'll get back there. I'll go back to that place, and I don't want to. But that was just support. I'm putting $2,500 a month into that portfolio because I want it to get off the ground. I want to show people it can be done. I'm putting $10,000 in when we hit 10,000 subscribers because I want to keep it moving. I'm going to be taking, time away from the things I do outside of this channel to do more things for this channel. Like I said, the things like side hustles and small businesses. The money that generates will be going back into the portfolio. So, these are things I may not have normally done in my life right now when I've already got 2 businesses. I started this channel because I wanted to help people, in understanding the investing world. And it's led to this. And I'm so glad it's led to what I have planned for this channel now. I'm so excited for it. But there needs to be tweaks. And I'm sorry that last night, if anybody thought that this was something that I didn't think it was, or that I misrepresented what the offering was, or that there was an offering in the first place, then I'm sorry. I truly am sorry. This is, you just ask my wife how much effort and passion and love I put into this channel. It's everything at the moment. And I'd hate to think that this has somehow damaged this channel. But if it has, I apologize to you guys. It wasn't the intention. I was truly trying to do something great. And I'm not giving up on that by any means. This is not a, look, we're ditching the $1 million portfolio, we're ditching Compounding Crew, tomorrow we're back to normal videos. It's not that. I'm not giving up. We're going to keep working forward with this. I'm going to find ways to do this the right way. The $1 million portfolio will still be there, and I'll still be talking about it probably from this week or next week onwards, but it will just have to be from a capacity that is much more carefully worded in the future. The Compounding Crew is staying in the links in the description. However, the perks will be removed completely for now. I will be adding, like I said, I've said this 3 times down this video because I want to make it clear. It's not going to stay at nothing. I'm not just going to go, hey guys, pay me this much, and you're not going to get any benefit from supporting the channel. Of course, there's going to be benefits there. That's how Patreon works. That's how I've supported. Right now, I think I support 6 other creators maybe from different things. For those that haven't looked at the channels I subscribe to, I think it's public on my Compound and Everything channel. I love sailing channels. I love tech channels. I love music channels. And I support a few of them, and that's why I opened this, because I thought, if people are finding value in this content, maybe they want to support the channel, and obviously I benefit from that, and maybe you benefit from it, and we all win. But it can't be under the constraints of you're gaining financially from it. It can't be under the constraints of you think that you're going to get recommendations from me that are going to help you grow your portfolio. And I never thought that that's what I was doing here. But I can definitely see how somebody might think that from the outside if they haven't been part of this channel from day one. You guys that signed up, you've probably been here for a long time. You get me. You get what I'm doing here. You understand that I'm not telling you what to buy, but I'm trying to provide informative, factual information surrounding the market at the moment and what I think's going on. And someone popping in right now and seeing that video last night may not have realized that. So I apologize. I'll message every single one of the Patreons directly. I've already adjusted the description of last night's video with the disclaimer below that, and next to the link that says join the Compounding Crew, it says please read the disclaimer first. There's no clickbait going on. I'm not trying to trick people into it. If you still want to join the Compounding Crew and donate to the channel, you can. But like I said, that's your choice. Yeah. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to have to delete last night's video. I'm still waiting to hear back on a few things about that. There are 2 ways that may play out. I may have to cut out the Compounding Crew edition from that video, or I have to delete the video altogether, or it will stay there. I don't know yet. But anyway, guys, thank you for support. I don't know how long this video is. I apologize if it's really long, but I wanted to make sure that everything was on the table here. I'm not trying to deceive you guys. I'm not trying to open a managed investment scheme or anything like that. I'm just trying to do what's right. So that's why this video is here. I don't know how it will be received. I don't know if this is going to be the end of this channel. I hope it's not, but it is what it is. Feel free to comment below. I'll answer every comment, trying to address your question or concern or, whatever it might be. And thanks guys, and I'll see you again in another video shortly.